Hi everyone, thanks for watching. It is very late in the evening of Thursday the 21st of May, and today was my final visit to the CTCA, Cancer Treatment Centers of America. As you may remember if you watched my previous videos, I came down here for a second opinion, and boy did I get a second opinion. I've been here since Monday and I've had nonstop meetings, and today I was presented with the final treatment of care, the total treatment of care. But prior to that, I did meet with the radiation oncologist team, and they presented to me their treatment recommendation, which of course would be radiation right after the surgery, and radiation 5 days a week for 5 to 7 weeks. And yes, they do recommend that I live in Arizona during that treatment period of time. So that's 5 days per week of radiation, 5 to 7 weeks. And that would happen right after my surgery, probably about 3 to 4 weeks after the surgery, after I heal and everything. So that's definitely something I needed to think about, and I'll have to think about and bring back home, because I do have children and I do have a life where I come from, so that's pretty major. Of course, they would provide the travel accommodations and make sure I have housing accommodations as well. And then I met finally with the chemo oncologist, who happens to be the medical oncologist and the leader of the team I've been assigned to. And he's definitely recommending chemo after radiation is complete, a 3-drug cocktail, ACT, adriamycin, Cytoxan, and Taxol, which is what we call ACT. So 4 rounds of AC, so it'd be every other week for 4 rounds or 4 infusions, and then once that's complete, 4 rounds of Taxol, so every other week 4 infusions of Taxol. So we're looking at, I'd probably be treating into February or March of 2016. So that's pretty heavy, and those drugs are pretty heavy. A little background on adriamycin. I would have to have an EKG and make sure I have really good heart function, because at certain levels that drug can affect your heart. It used to be once upon a time that they'd only give that drug to people that were more advanced age, older in age. But of course through the years that has changed, and the drug is supposed to be pretty effective, so they're definitely recommending that for me. Last year when I treated for breast cancer, I just did CT, Cytoxan, and Taxotere, 4 rounds period every 3 weeks. And so this is a little bit more of a grueling schedule, and that's definitely what they're recommending. And so they would also place a port into my chest on this side. I'd have to have surgery. There'd be an incision made here and down here, with the port placed in under the skin with a line going up through the vein here. And that's how they would feed in the medication and the chemo therapy drugs. So I chose to use my veins last time around. I did not want a port, but this time I probably would not have a choice. I probably would not go with my veins, because you would not want any of the AC drugs leaking out of the veins and into the body. That would cause a lot of damage and require some level of plastic surgery. Now, going back to the radiation, there is a high level implant failure, and what I mean by that is because they're going to radiate the full chest and the breast, just to make sure there's no cells hiding. They want to kill everything, all the tissue underneath there. It can cause the breast to harden and even lift, so I may be kind of lopsided. I can tell you right now, the plastic surgery that I had and the implants that I have, I look great. I'm happy with them. First round out, they look really good. But as most people know, if you've had breast cancer, you basically get boob jobs for free for the rest of your life. So if you don't like it, you can get it redone for free. pretty much the rest of your life. Also, breast implants really only have a 10-year shelf life anyway, so after 10 years you should have those switched out. I do personally know individuals that have had breast implants up to 20 years. So everybody's body's different. Every implant is different. So anyway, that's a lot to digest and take in. I will say this, my time here in Goodyear, Arizona at the CTCA has been really, really good. There's kind of a running joke, not only in my mind, but was actually repeated to me by doctors and nurses at the CTCA, which was, what's the Kool-Aid that everybody's drinking? Because, you know, picking you up and taking you to the airport in limos and rolling out the red carpet, and everybody is pleasant and approaches you and talks to you and introduces themselves. I mean, from volunteers to other patients, people that are already treated, and everybody from the top to the bottom. I mean, it's very ingratiating. I mean, it's very pleasant. I see why people travel all over the 50 states of America to treat there. And about 70% of the patients that are treated in Arizona are from out of state. So, but let's face it, I mean, I come from the Pacific Northwest, where there's incredible technology and incredible research and medical facilities. So why would I go to Arizona to do any level of treatment when I have all that at home? A couple things. One is the level of care. Two is they're treating the whole person, and everybody seemed to be on the same page. They'd pull up their laptop, notes were already put in there from the last meetings. The radiation oncologist stood in front of me with no paper, no computer, and rattled off dates of my treatment from last year. She doesn't know me from a can of paint, and she knew my last chemo treatment. She knew all my surgery dates. I mean, it was amazing, and I've never experienced that. And I have a pretty good memory myself, and I don't think I could do that, but that's what she did, and that's the level of care that they're offering. They also pay completely for my travel, and they also book my accommodations and make sure I have ground transportation. If I eat at the facility, it's automatically 60% off. The food is organic and healthy. They have a smoothie bar where you can chock your smoothie full of vegetables and fruit or whatever you want. There's classes, there's activities, there's support groups, I mean, it's endless. They even got programs for children. They pay for a caretaker to come down with you and stay with you anytime you have to have any level of surgery. So these are things that I'm thinking about and debating about, and I just want to bring my experience to you and let you know that it went well. I will have more videos coming up and let you know what my final decision is, because I don't have one right now. So that's it for me. It is midnight, and I'm leaving on Friday, and everyone take care and have a great weekend. Till I see you again, be blessed. Bye-bye.